Yeah, so I'll be going into a bit more detail about applications from within the UK and in particular the immigration status requirement for the individual who is applying. If you are already in the UK, you cannot be here with leave as a visitor, with leave granted for a period of 6 months or less, unless you are applying as a fiance or a proposed civil partner. You cannot be on immigration bail, and you cannot be in breach of any immigration laws, which means you cannot be in the UK illegally without any valid leave. There are some exceptions to the above. So if the applicant has a genuine and subsisting parental relationship with a child who is under the age of 18, is already inside the UK, and is either a British citizen or has lived in the UK for at least the 7 years that immediately precede the application, and it would not be reasonable to expect the child to leave the UK, then you can apply if any of the above apply in your circumstances. Evidence of this would obviously need to be valid and recognised birth certificates, and you'd also need to prove that the relationship was genuine and subsisting and that you had parental responsibility for the child. So you'd need to demonstrate that the child lived with you. Evidence such as letters from the doctor to prove that you have responsibility for the child according to their records and things like that can be used in this instance. The alternative is that the applicant has a genuine and subsisting relationship with a partner who is in the UK and is either British, settled in the UK, so with indefinite leave to remain, holds refugee or leave or humanitarian protection, or holds leave under Appendix EU, so they're an EU national. And there are insurmountable obstacles to family life continuing outside of the UK. The threshold for this one is much, much higher than for the first one, and this is generally a lot harder to prove. And visas granted under these exceptions will be placed on the 10-year route to settlement. So I'll be going into a bit more detail on this on the next slide.